Apologies ahead of time. I have a bit of laryngitis, and so at times you might have difficulty understanding me. This is just a short lesson about order of operation with powers. So with adding and subtracting, there's really no shortcuts to take. You simply have to evaluate them following the rules. 2 cubed plus 5 squared is simply 8 plus 25, which is 33. 4 squared minus 2 squared is simply 16 minus 4, which is 12. If you have something in brackets, 2 plus 3, for instance, all cubed, you have to evaluate the bracket first to get 5 cubed in this case, which is 125. So note that if you were tempted to take a shortcut and apply that exponent of 3 to both the 2 and the 3, you would end up with 2 cubed plus 3 cubed. That is 8 plus 27, which is 35, which is most definitely not 125. So don't be tempted to take that shortcut. It's going to lead to the wrong answer. Now, with multiplying and dividing, we actually do have a little bit more flexibility because exponents really are just shorthand notation for multiplying. And so as a result, we do have a little bit more flexibility there. So if you are multiplying something that has an exponent, though, you have to follow the order of operations. So here, the exponent 2 is only acting on whatever's immediately to the left of it, the 3. So you have to do the 3 squared first to get 9, and then multiply it by 2 to get 18. If you have an addition in there, again, there's no way of doing anything out of order here. So the 4 acts only on the 2 to give you 16. So you end up with 3 times 16 plus 1. You have to do the multiplication first to get 48, and then finally add 1 to get 49. If we have a fraction with something in brackets, again, just follow the order of operations. 12 minus 2 is in brackets there. It has to be evaluated to 10. Then we have 10 squared over 5 squared. 10 squared is just 100, and 5 squared is 25, and we can simplify that to get 4. Now, here's where we have a little bit of flexibility. Because the exponent is 2 on both the numerator and the denominator, we can actually write this as 10 over 5 squared. And that simplifies to 2 squared, which is 4. So that is a shortcut you can take. And you'll see why when we do a fraction at the very end here. So one more before we get to the last example. If we have 2 times 3, all squared, in other words, in a square bracket and squared, you have to evaluate the 2 times 3 to get 6, and then you square it to get 36. But again, because whatever's in the square bracket is being multiplied, here we actually can distribute the exponent to both of the factors, 2 and 3. And so this would give us 4 times 9, which is also 36. So that is a shortcut you can take. Finally, we have a fraction, 3/4 squared. And you can just write it as 3 over